It's late, and you're standing in the kitchen with the fridge door open. You're not even hungry, and your hand is already moving like it has a plan. A minute later, you're on the couch, scrolling or snacking, or doing the thing you promised you were done with. The weird part is how normal it felt while it was happening. Then it hits afterward. Most bad habits aren't a decision you keep making. They're a shortcut your mind keeps taking because it's familiar, and it works fast. A trigger shows up, and your mind reaches for the quickest known move. You get a small payoff right now. Relief, numbness, distraction. Then later you pay for it with stress, regret, lost sleep, or lost time. The pattern isn't proof you don't care. It's proof the sequence is stronger than your intention in that first moment. So here's a simple plan for the next trigger moment. Not a new personality or a bigger promise. A small sequence you can repeat. Step 1 is name the loop. That means you catch the moment and label it in plain language. This is the trigger. Step 2 is cut the thread. You interrupt the autopilot move before it completes, not with force. With a small physical change that breaks the reach. Step 3 is reset on repeat. You run a tiny replacement move and tie it to the same daily moment. Then you make your space support it, so you don't need to remember. Most people miss how early the habit actually starts. It starts before the snack, the scroll, the second drink. It starts at the first tiny cue that says, do the usual. Picture Maya. She's serious about changing, and she even has a plan. But around 9 at night, she gets that flat, tired feeling, and her hand goes to her phone. By the time she notices, she's already deep into it. Not because she chose it, because the default app opened in her mind before she touched anything. Here's what makes that happen. The first mechanism is the trigger moment deciding for you. It's the half second where you feel a pull, and you treat it like an instruction. You feel that little tight pause before opening the app, or that restless itch before you step into the kitchen. If you don't catch that moment, the rest runs like a playlist stuck on repeat. The second mechanism is quick relief now, cost later. In the moment, the habit isn't bad. It's soothing. It lowers something inside you, even if it's only for a minute. Later, the same move creates the pressure you were trying to escape. The third mechanism is that the good habit is too hard to start. It has too many steps. It needs the right mood and time you don't feel like you have. So the brain does what brains do. It picks the smallest doorway. The fourth mechanism is the environment staying the same. The phone is within reach and snacks are visible. The workout clothes are buried, and the old habit is basically preloaded, and the new one is hidden behind friction. Now, the usual response is to turn this into a character story. I'm just like this. I have no discipline. But a habit is not a trait. It's a repeatable sequence, and sequences can be redesigned. Maya tries to change by making rules. No scrolling at night, and it works for 2 days. Then she has a rough day, and the rule disappears at 9:15 like it was never there. What's missing isn't seriousness. It's a clean plan for the exact trigger moment. There are a few mistakes that keep people trapped. One is waiting to feel motivated. Motivation is not a stable resource, so the gate doesn't always open. Then the old habit becomes the automatic backup. Another is trying to quit by pure resistance. That feels strong for a minute, then becomes a staring contest. Most of the time, the body wins because it just wants relief. And the third is going too big. People design a new habit that requires a full personality upgrade. When it doesn't happen, they treat the miss like a reset. Then one slip becomes, well, I blew it. So bring it back to the 3 steps. And keep them small enough to do while tired. Name the loop means you identify the first domino, not the whole night or the whole week. Just the first piece. The trigger is me walking into the kitchen after dinner. Or the trigger is me picking up my phone in bed. Cut the thread means you stop the autopilot mid-reach. It can be as small as putting the phone face down on a shelf instead of on the bed, or closing the fridge door and stepping back one step. The point is not discipline. The point is to touch the first domino, not the last one. Reset on repeat means you do a replacement move that is almost too easy, not the perfect habit. A tiny move that gives some relief without the usual fallout, repeated in the same moment each day. Now, make this concrete with exactly 3 micro tools. These aren't slogans, they're short actions you can do. The first micro tool is 10-second gap. When you feel the urge, you say, "This is the trigger." And you move your body, shift your feet, stand up, step away from the object. Then wait 10 seconds before choosing. 10 seconds is not self-control. It's just enough space to stop the shortcut from driving. The second micro tool is put it down, then 30 seconds. If you catch yourself auto-reaching, you put the object down, not later, right then. And you do a 30-second replacement move you chose ahead of time, like filling a glass of water and drinking it. Wash one plate, or walk to the bathroom and splash water on your face. The replacement doesn't have to be healthy. It has to be clean, relief without the fallout. The third micro tool is next rep. If you slip once, you don't make it a verdict. You say, "Next rep," and you do the smallest reset action available. Close the app, put the snack away, stand up and change rooms. The day continues. You don't need a new day to practice again. Go back to Maya for a second. Her trigger is getting into bed and grabbing her phone. So she sets one change in her space. The charger moves across the room. Not because it's a moral stand, because it forces a pause. At 9:30, she reaches out, and there's no phone in arm's reach. That's the 10-second gap, without her having to remember it. She stands up to get it. That's movement, and that's a cut thread. Now she uses put it down, then 30 seconds. She still checks her phone sometimes. But when she catches herself sinking into it, she places it face down and walks to the kitchen for water. 30 seconds. No debate, just a small swap. Some nights she still scrolls too long, so she uses next rep. She closes it once. She doesn't do the might as well thing. She turns off the light and resets the moment. Not perfect, but practiced. Notice what changed. She didn't try to become someone else at 9 at night. She changed the first song in the playlist, touched the first domino, and changed the default setting. If your habit is late-night snacking, the trigger might be walking into the kitchen after dinner. Name the loop. Kitchen after dinner. Cut the thread. Close the door. Step back and turn on a different light. Reset on repeat. A replacement under a minute tea, water, or brushing your teeth earlier. If your habit is phone scrolling, the trigger might be getting into bed with the phone in your hand. Name the loop. Phone in bed. Cut the thread. Phone goes down on a shelf, not the mattress. Reset on repeat. A 30-second move, like plugging it in across the room, then laying down again. If your habit is skipping workouts, the trigger might be getting home and sitting down. Name the loop. Sit down after work. Cut the thread. Shoes stay on 10 seconds and you stand in the doorway. Reset on repeat. 2 minutes of the easiest version, a walk to the mailbox and back, or one simple set. The important part is that the replacement is decided before the trigger arrives. In the moment, you won't want to invent a plan. You'll want the shortcut, so you pre-choose the tiny move and make it easy to start. This is also where people keep changing the plan every few days. They try one thing, then swap it out too fast, before it has any chance to feel automatic. So keep the plan boring, keep it stable, and practice the same tiny swap until it becomes the default. And keep the environment honest. If the old habit is within reach, and the new one is hidden, nothing changes. Put the cue you want where you can't miss it. Put the cue you don't want where it adds one extra step. Now, compression. The next time the trigger hits, you don't need a better mood. You need recognition, interruption, and a tiny swap. Name the loop out loud or under your breath. Cut the thread with a small physical change. Then run the replacement for 30 seconds. If you slip, it's not a reset. It's one rep that didn't go clean. Next rep starts immediately, inside the same day. Most habits don't end when you decide. They end when the trigger stops deciding for you. And that usually happens through small repeats, in the same ordinary moments. The moment is the whole game. The trigger will show up the same way it always does. The difference is whether the default move happens before you notice, and whether you treat the next rep as available right away